12 facts you don't know about China.
All right, guys. So, I mean, we're Chinese, right? So we believe that, we know a lot of things about China, right?
There are a lot of things we don't know
But there's
about
actually
China.
a lot of things we don't know about
Yes.
China, right? So I've got some facts for you guys. So here's the first one.
Okay.
There are more than 54 million Christians in China.
Wow, that's
Did you
a
guys know
lot.
that?
Yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. I think Christianity became popular in China since it's been a long time, even in the Qing dynasty, right? At the time, a lot of the foreigners, Caucasian, went there and they were spreading the gospel, right? At the time when 八零Gao, right?
Yes, yes.
You watch it from Wang Feihong,
Yeah.
right? It's that type.
Kung Fu movie?
Yeah, so it's been around. It's actually 54 million. That's amazing. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. How does China view the religion in general? Because I know China kind of suppress, like even Buddhists, if they get too popular, they don't want people to gather together. But Christianity seems to be okay. That they have churches everywhere. They're quite open about that, I think.
Yeah, but I would still say Buddha is probably one of the
Majority,
China,
yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
A lot of temples and then. Yeah.
And they burn some incense, even though they're not quote unquote Buddhas, but they still,
Yes, yes.
pray and
When I was a child, I didn't even know burning incense was religious based.
yes.
So my
It's
parents
just part
would
of
be
the
like,
culture.
oh, just burn some incense. I'm like, oh, okay. And then when I
Yes.
grew older and I learned more about religion and what's out there, then I'm like, oh, actually, this is very specific to certain religions.
I thought that was how you pay respect to the.
So even the people who passed away,
Yeah.
our
It's possible, but I think even there's, like Christianity, they don't burn anything,
Yeah.
right? So, sometimes there's a bit of crossover and overlap, and
Yeah.
you don't know if it's Chinese culture or is it religion. But
Yes,
so
yes.
sometimes when you grow up and you're just told what
I
to
think
do.
Chinese in general, we just do a lot of things to want to attract better luck and
Yes,
prosperity.
yes,
I don't care if
yes.
it's Japanese, the little fortune cat, right? If you want to watch the Chinese superstitions, click on the I button and you can check that out. But we do a lot of things. Just want to, if it's from Christian, it's a Buddha, it doesn't really matter. Anything that would bring them fortune, kind of whatever works, kind of thing, right?
It's like, why not? Doesn't hurt, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I've got another fact for you guys.
Fact number 2.
Fact number 2, China is the only country in the world where reproduction is limited.
Yes.
So until 2015, Chinese couples could have only one child. And since 2015, now they can have 2, right? There's still a cap, but it's a little bit better better than 1. So now people can actually have siblings. So I think that's great.
No, you can
But
do
it's
that.
only limited to if both of the parents they're the only child. Otherwise, you can, if you have siblings, let's say for me, if I have siblings, I can only have 1 child in China, not 2.
Not two.
But if I'm the only child, I can have 2 children.
They wanted that to control because the population.
No, it's more because, let's say for me, if my next generation be the only child, then Chinese people, they have to support their seniors, they have to support their mom and the grandmother.
When they get old, they take care of their seniors.
So for this child,
Kind of Asian culture, right? Indian culture too, I
yeah,
believe.
for those child, if they get married, the 2 of them have to support both sides of the family, the parents and the grandparents,
That makes
which
sense.
is very big pressure for them.
Yes.
So now Chinese government, they're losing.
At the same time, we do know a lot of the more they're fluent Chinese, they move to here, they have like more than 1 kid, right? They have 1 kid, quote unquote, in China, but they actually have 2, 3 kids
Yeah, and
maybe here.
multiple wives.
Multiple wives. And it's just, that's a whole different story. But they do have more than 1. They
Yes.
try to get away with that.
Yes.
Especially when they have money, they're wealthy, they kind of want more kids, right? That makes sense. Good.
All right. So fact number 3. This is interesting. I actually didn't know this. China's air pollution is so terrible that it travels across the Pacific and pollutes San Francisco, contributing to more than 1/3 of their city's air pollution.
I feel sorry for people who live in San Francisco. That's bad. That is just
Japan
bad.
or Korea would be the first one.
Yeah, that is bad.
I think it's almost a given that they already get that pollution, but for it to travel across the
That far.
ocean
Yeah,
to go that
that's
far,
pretty bad.
Oh.
Yeah, the air pollution becomes it's a very serious issue. Well, the Chinese government, they're trying to resolve that. They are with different policy, but because the factories and all that. it becomes a big, but it is a big issue. Even when mom and dad went back for a couple months, right?
Yeah, and then I used to.
The air, yeah. So it's a very bad situation. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true because there are like, you know, when my parents last went back to Asia to visit, they went to Home Depot and they bought these masks. They were recommended by people who have gone and come back, right? So, and you know, in China, you know, most people will wear masks.
Yeah, you need to wear a mask.
Right? Sometimes you might see people wear it because they're sick, so they.
But most are not.
But many of them just want to block out all the pollution early.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, it's interesting how crazy, how polluted that is. Fact number 4. If you breathe freely in Beijing for one day without any mask, without any filter, it would be the equivalent of smoking 21 cigarettes.
So just think about it. If you just breathe normally day to day, it means it's 21 cigarettes a day. Like lung cancer and all these things. It's very, very terrible. Sometimes even, I don't think even people wear masks. I know they do it outdoor, but the indoor air quality is also bad. It's not like indoor is like super good. You got to think about it. Yeah, they have air conditioning, but it's not like indoor. They have issue with that too, right?
The air conditioning system has to be clean as well.
Yeah.
You know, if they never clean it out, if it's, you know, it's full of germs and bacteria, all the air coming in, you're still breathing.
Especially kids growing up there now, when they're growing up there, inhaling all these pollutions and toxics, it's just bad.
And I don't know if you guys know this, actually the germs, the virus, like in China, they're stronger.
They are. They are.
Than in North America.
They are. Even
you get flu in China, it's
I joke about it. I don't know. Even in China, the mosquito is smarter. the fly is faster. Like here, you get a cockroach. Damn. Like the cockroach here, it's dead. Cockroach in there, they're bigger, stronger, and they fly.
They're actually smaller.
Yeah, yes, smaller, but they fly.
Yes, but
right?
they're fast.
They are fast. To catch one of those, I don't know why.
Survival of the
something
fittest.
about the environment. It's a tough, tough environment, man. Like the fly, here the fly so dumb.
They're so slow.
You can wave, they're still there, and then they're there. China, long. You want to hit it, it's gone.
Yeah.
Like it's almost impossible to hit one. Right. Next fact.
All right. So fact number 5. The longest traffic jam in history. So maybe you're from LA and you can tell us long stories about traffic jam.
I get it.
We just came back from LA a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
The longest traffic jam in history. It lasted for 12 days. 12 days. Over 62 miles was in Shanghai. So you think your traffic jam was bad? How about 12 days?
Stop complaining.
No, it's like they don't need to go, like here they take RV trip. You don't need to do that. China, it's stuck in traffic.
That's the trip.
Son, we go camping. We're gonna stuck in a car for 12 days. We're gonna eat here. We're gonna sleep here. We're gonna poop here. That's it. How are they stuck in 12 days? That's incredible. But Shanghai is really bad. Shanghai is very, very bad. Because when we went back to Shanghai, LA is bad, but Shanghai, just to give you an idea, that to go from one place to another, it's funny because we were having a meeting and we just had breakfast early in the morning.
Yeah, like 9
o'clock. And then we just finished breakfast. And then my friend say, hey, we have a meeting with someone else in the afternoon. We got to go. Or just finished breakfast. Yeah, we got to go have lunch.
Lunch meeting.
Yeah, by the time we get there, we're going to have lunch. It's like a 3-4 hours stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
Truly, when we get there, it's like 2 p.m. So you can only go to a couple places.
And even though at night,
same. There's no rush hour. It's always rush hour. Always rush hour. So it's guaranteed if you want to we could get together with a group of people, most people are going to be late.
Yeah.
Nobody's on time. Cannot be on time.
Yeah. And I think the government is proposing to having staggered Chinese New Year's holiday.
Yep.
Because most people, they're from the rurals, they're from the outskirts. They go to the city to work.
They also have these license plate, I think, where only you drive
limited travels.
Monday, Wednesday.
Digit and then double digit.
You only drive certain dates. In Beijing.
Shanghai, I think.
So if you want to drive all the time, you need to have like 2 different license plate, right?
No, you just got
you can only get
2
one.
cars. You get 2 cars.
2 cars.
Wow, that's amazing.
And also, I don't know if it's included, for my friend, it's very, very hard to get a license plate.
Yeah, very hard. It's like lottery. It's like winning lottery.
Yeah, literally like lottery.
You got to win. You got to draw.
Yeah.
You don't.
I know a lot of people without having the driver license, they just start drawing the license plate.
Yeah.
See if I get it before I get the car.
Yeah, you need to start drawing in like 2-3 years before you get the car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Now,
friend
when
told
you
me.
get one, can you sell it or you cannot sell it?
I think you can sell it.
You think you can sell
I think.
it? So unless you pay for big dollars to buy it, because you can make a profit flipping that, probably.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All right, so moving on. Fact number 6. So smartphone addicts have been given their own walking lane so that they don't bump into other people or get hit by cars. So
Wow.
cell phone usages have been skyrocketed in China,
Yes.
right? Almost people are eating with their phone, they're doing everything with their phone.
Mm.
They're walking with their phone, and a lot of accidents have been happening. Not just in China, but I think all over the world.
Everywhere.
There's been an increase of people having accidents.
Yeah.
So in China, they created some parts of China, they have these lanes where you can just do this and keep walking, and you're fine, you're okay. Because
Wow.
that's the...
How about cross the street?
Yes.
No.
I don't think crossing the street would be legit
okay.
considering the traffic that
But
we're just talking
wouldn't
about.
okay, but then wouldn't most people take that lane? Then the typical sidewalk would
You
be
take
would be
advantage
empty.
of it, or
Yeah,
Or everybody's on the phone.
I think when you do this, you don't walk as fast. So if you really have somewhere to go, then you take the
I'm
normal
curious
way.
what that looks like. Maybe it's like a two-way
Yeah.
traffic, kind of like a biking lane, right? A two-way traffic. It's kind of
no,
interesting.
I think just on the street, kind of like pedestrian.
I'm curious to see what it looks like. I
But
want to
there's
find
a
an
lot of
image.
people walking always. In China,
Yeah, they're
so-
doing that all the time.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right, fact number 7. So South China Mall, it's one of the largest malls in the world with over 7 million square feet.
Wow.
It's also a ghost town with only 10% occupancy.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, I've heard that before.
Where is that? Did you say?
So this mall is in, it's a smaller part of China.
Which is they shouldn't do that.
It's in, so the mall is called New South China Mall in Dongguan.
Dongguan.
Oh, okay. Dongguan is next to Guangzhou. It's not that far. It's very close to Hong Kong, is it?
Yeah, but I think at the time, not just that mall. There's actually a lot of ghost
yeah.
like malls, right?
Yes.
Not like they have ghosts. It's just empty because at the time when they were developing the residential or those developments, they thought it was going to be very popular. But then suddenly, they kind of maybe even the developers over leverage,
Yes.
so they run out of money. They don't have money to spend on finishing it off, and they don't have money to attract the right tenants of it, the management. Which Wanda Group did exceptionally well, right? But most people they don't do it very well, and that's what happens. That's why it goes down. And then of course, without the infrastructure, without the mall, without the stores, and nobody wants to buy those properties either. So it become a ghost town. It's quite interesting. It almost looks a little bit like the scene in Inception at the end, like where right, it's all half finished building. It's like concrete everywhere. You walked in, it's like bricks and dust, and you look at this massive place is all empty. Maybe good to make a movie scene.
All right, fact number 8, children toilet etiquette. Now this one's interesting. So, in the Western culture, or in many cultures around the world, babies wear diapers, right? Toddlers wear diapers. Now diapers are not as popular in China.
Yeah.
So most children wear these pants where there's just a hole that's just cut out.
Yeah.
So when they actually just want to go to the washroom, they just squat and just do it on the spot.
Wow.
Out in public. Yeah.
Okay.
So they don't actually take their kids to the washroom. They just kind of, maybe there are designated areas, but
That's a problem. That is actually a problem.
they just squat and go, which is quite interesting. And now when I was in China, I did see the little kids wear those clothing.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really interesting because when you wear clothes, it's about protecting more of your private areas, right? Yeah. But for these little kids, like all the private areas are exposed.
I think it also depends on the parents' education level. Because for my friends in China, I'm pretty sure
Diapers.
diapers.
I think maybe the lower
And then
lower
you
class.
wouldn't ask your kids, you can just poop here, or no,
Yeah.
you wouldn't.
It could be
no.
also from the countryside, right?
I think
Yeah,
countryside,
countryside, for
when
sure.
they have a big, big house. Or
No.
they go to a backyard.
Shit. Take a dump in the farmland. In the farm,
exactly.
it's fertilizer,
Or
right?
go to the backyard.
Fertilizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still their property.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Interesting.
Yeah. Right. So fact number 9. China is the most populated country in the world with more than 1 billion people.
Yeah.
Right. The population of China is more than 4 times bigger than of the US. So 1 in every 5 human is Chinese.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's a lot of Chinese.
Yeah.
It's a different way of thinking about it when you put it into that perspective.
That's a lot of Chinese. Even from a Chinese, that's a lot of Chinese.
When you think about it, you know, a lot of countries in the world, they always have a Chinatown.
Yeah.
And there's a reason for that,
Yeah.
right? You can't guarantee anything.
I gotta say something about China now. I don't know why Vancouver, everywhere we go, even in Hawaii, in the US, I think maybe the government did on purpose. This is my theory, okay? That it's always a Chinatown, and somehow around Chinatown is all the bad shit that's happening. High crime rates, drugs, and prostitutes, and all this stuff. Somehow it's a Chinatown, but they make sure that it's bad.
A low income.
Low income. They put all those people there around the Chinatown, so no one wants to go to Chinatown. That's just my theory, right? And I don't know why.
Do you think it could be that, you know, the previous generations that have gotten rooted into the Chinatown area, or what has become Chinatown nowadays, they are the working class, you know, they were low income, and, you know, and they attracted more other low-income population to the area.
Yeah,
Do you think that?
It could be, I think partially, but I think also from a city planning point of view, then why do you put all the other like low-income people or homeless people, all those problems, right, in the same area? Why couldn't you look at anywhere? LA, San Francisco, Vancouver, every single Chinatown, almost. I'm generalizing this, but you notice that, right?
Yeah.
But it's also changing in Vancouver now. Chinatown, they are revamping the whole city because it's so near downtown. So now those lands are worth a lot.
But most of the time, China are near downtown.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah.
So now they can't help but, well, hey, you know what? Still lands are still relatively cheap. Development cost is low. We can revamp this, you know, move these people and build it, right? That's kind of what's
Do
happening.
you think there are Chinese people, they open all the stores, they sell really low-end and cheap kind of products?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why?
Yeah,
be.
it could be that. It could be that. Yeah.
Known for cheap, right?
Yeah. Interesting observation.
Mhm.
Okay, so fact number 10. China is the owner of all pandas in the world.
Yeah.
So literally every single
That I
one
know.
of them.
That I know.
So
That I know.
every single panda that exists in the world, they all belong to China.
Even from other countries, it's China's gift to
Oh
them.
no, they lease it.
Lease it, yes,
Not
sorry,
a
lease it.
gift.
Yeah, not a gift.
How does
I
that
think-
work?
I think they sign some contract with 10 years, they lease it. Because
Oh.
China really want to control the quality of life of the pandas.
And also
So-
have like specialists. They have specialists to take care of them.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's not just, oh, here a couple pandas.
No,
they
at
had
the
a
leave of that,
specialist.
don't care. No, it's not like that. So
Yeah.
every panda, they give them very good attention and quality, make sure the panda can live like still.
Yeah, panda's cute. Love panda.
They're very clingy, apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
love humans.
cute.
All right, fact number 11. China is a huge country,
Mhm.
it expands very wide geographically, but with only one time zone.
Ah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
right.
So
right. I
because
didn't
of
know
that,
that. I didn't think about
some
that. Yeah.
places, they get sunrise as late as 10 in the morning
Oh yes.
because of
Yes.
that. Now, they used to have 5 time zones, okay? But in 1949, so the Communist Party leaders at the time decided to just amalgamate the entire country to just one time zone. So I guess for anybody outside of the country, it's easier to
It is.
work with them
It is.
because it
Yeah.
is
It's
just
just
one
one
time
time
zone.
zone. Yeah.
But when you live there and you're where you get 10 a.m. sunrise, it's a different lifestyle, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah, I gotta say when I first time come here, I just never get
Time
used to the
zone,
time
and then
zone.
summertime, wintertime, you got to switch the clock and all
New
this stuff.
York, LA time. And,
Yeah, that's-
tough.
it's-
Yeah.
I think it's all about being consistent. Like even in British Columbia,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but some areas don't observe daytime savings.
Yeah,
Like Dawson's Creek,
Yeah.
they will stay
Yeah.
the time that we're at now.
yeah.
So they won't fall back this weekend with
Oh.
us,
Interesting.
even though we're in the same province.
Interesting.
So it's interesting how all that works. It's a lot of governmental influence as well.
It is. It's more that than anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Fact number 12.
Mm.
Did you know that PlayStations and other foreign gaming consoles were illegal in China for a few years?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
PlayStation illegal in China?
Yes.
I
So they
didn't
were
know that.
Station 1?
One or two?
no, it's just PlayStation in general.
In general.
Oh.
From a few years. I believe it was I think 2013 to 2015.
Was the government trying to control the
I think
like
so.
they don't want the
I think the gaming were too violent for
Mhm.
Oh, this is not violent, just shooting and blowing up shit. I think what's wrong with that?
killing people. No, yeah,
what's
I
wrong with
think
that?
probably that's the
What's wrong
reason.
with that?
And you know, because of that, it created a big shift in the entertainment world for gaming.
Mm.
So many gamers in China, I mean, they will still play League of Legends.
Yes.
Oh, and also they like to play the computer games.
PC.
In China, they like the
PC
PC
games.
games. They like to play those
Yeah.
kind of Warcraft, kind of those strategy kind of games, right? That's what's big in China.
So PC and mobile games is
Guangzhou.
huge as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that ban shifted everything from, because buying a PlayStation is very expensive in China,
Yes, it is.
right? And people were still getting it, really, right?
I think
Through
they can get from
legal
Hong
means.
Kong.
Yeah, through the black market, they were still able to get it. But then the way you can make it viral is harder because you need at least one friend that has a console.
Yeah.
And only 2 to maybe 4 friends can play at most. But if you're on the PC, you can be playing with hundreds of people. In MMO style games like League of Legends, you're literally playing with hundreds of people.
Yeah.
So the networking structure is a little bit different.
Yeah.
And also mobile games, you know, how many times have we seen our friends or family just
mobile
doing
games.
this all day
Mobile
long,
games,
right? So, you know, the impact and the amount of time you can stay connected and playing games, it's so different in China because of that.
Interesting. So those are the 12 facts that maybe you don't know about China. Some I didn't even know about China. What are some of the other facts that you know about China that we have not covered? Comment below. Don't forget, click on the subscribe button below. Click on right there, turn on notification, click on the bell. We upload new videos every single week. If you want to check out some of our other Decode China videos or just some of my other videos, make sure you click on the left. We have hundreds and hundreds of videos. We upload a video every single day. Every single day, just for your entertainment and also for your growth and education. You enjoyed this episode? Give me a thumbs up. I'll see you in the next episode.